fire signs, welcome back for your 22nd to the 30th reading. Now this is for love and money, as well as anything else that I pick up psychically speaking. If you are wanting to follow, click the subscribe button because we do live sessions on the channel regularly. The channel is transforming, but I'll do an update about that later and we'll just get tucked straight into your reading. Okay, now in your money sector, you do have a transformation. You're undergoing an aspect of a transformation at the baseline and the foundation. So it sort of feels like there's two energies coming through. Now this can be physically that you're looking in a particular direction in order to change what you're currently doing at a financial level. So this can be moving jobs and transitioning into a new sector. But it does feel like it's going to bode really well because the transformation is something that feels directly connected to you. It feels more in alignment with who you are. Also, if you're working on something, a business, etc., it's feeling like you're very passionate about it and it's really budding beautifully. But you're going to really have to watch your energy levels because especially being in a stationary position with the planets, some miscommunication and energies of frustration can be coming through. I do feel you guys to be very tired. Please try and pace yourselves because although the project and, you know, finances is going to start traveling in a very positive direction and you could be at the very baseline of this, you need to pace yourself to actually make it through. These energies are lifting. It's not long. It's just keeping the energy frequency there to keep that equilibrium going. Now, some things haven't completely come together at the level of finances, and it may be you've got too many balls in the air, you're trying to manage things, and I'm seeing some of you that are running a business are having an issue with some sense of clientele or again, miscommunication. So read your emails, make sure everything is flowing smoothly because this area can be problematic. I feel it's more incorrect communication, and again, due to the fatigue, you might have your nerves kind of, you know, at wit's ends. Now, in any aspect of a partnership, if you are in a business, it could be financially speaking, you're looking at something on the home front and going, hey, is this boding well? What are we going to do? How are we moving the finances forward, as well as business partnerships? You're looking at the criteria of that and how you can bring it all together correctly. It can be that you're assessing it. It can be that it's flowing very successfully, but it's something connected to joint ventures that you're looking at. I do feel some of you might actually have a contract offer or somebody ask you for your services, so to speak, where it's going to branch you out even further. Now, everything you're doing is fine-tuning it, and what you're trying to avoid is any misfortune, any disaster. So you're really down to the finest point with it. You're really being very meticulous with what you're doing, but you're definitely getting noticed. But what you're not understanding is, because you're looking down so much, you're not aware of how many people are noticing this transformation of you. Some people who in the past have felt that perhaps they didn't notice you as much, they're actually noticing you, and because you've become accustomed to this, it's going to take you by surprise. But in the element of career and finances, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Do pace yourself, but there is going to be a time when you're going to reap what you sow. So, and that's in a very positive way. Romantically speaking, it can be due to the fatigue of your workload that you just don't have the energy to put into it. Like I said, with the planet stationary, it almost feels like we're in Venus retrograde. Many of us are frustrated. Some of us are feeling like it's the last thing on our minds right now. And I will be doing an update about that, you know, connected to the planets and what's going on. But separate to that, you're feeling pretty tired. So you may want to put more effort into your love life. But at the moment, your love life is like what's happening in the future. Many of us may not see on the 3D how we're moving forward, but what we need to know is we are moving forward. At the moment, we just feel stagnant, but there is movement and it is divinely guided. And again, you know, you're really particular about where you want to place your energies right now. If you feel it's not reciprocated in any shape or form, you're trying to keep it neutral and balanced. You're really wanting the give and take in connections and relationships. So if you're looking at potential partners, or you're considering previous partnerships or a current partnership, you're really looking at where energy is being put in and where energy is, you know, whether the give and take is in balance. And at the moment it feels like it's off kilter. Also, when it comes to it, you're really trying to avoid anyone that's talking shite. And I'll just say it in layman's terms. You really can't be bothered with anyone that is being judgmental towards your decisions of what you feel spiritually is correct for you, who you're choosing for yourself. It can be that friends aren't seeing eye to eye with who your love interest is. It can even be family members. It can even be your energy where you're thinking, hey, I used to actually really connect to this situation, and now something in it feels like it's spiritually changed. Again, like I was saying, it really does feel like a Venus retrograde. But you know that if you're patient, it is divinely guided, and you're waiting to reap the rewards of what you sow. You really have manifested a situation already. So whatever you're manifesting in, the acknowledgement from universe will be yes, but it is within divine timing. So be patient with that. Keep the hope up. Focus on what you need to keep yourself grounded, and it should flow forward. It is a very good time for business if you strike the irons hot. So any work you do right now on a foundational basis is really going to bode well. As well as the reason why some of your energy is being shifted is because you feel that this is necessary. Now, very much follow your instincts when it comes to it, because what you'll find is, how do I put it? Your intuition is serving you correctly. It's guiding you in a particular manner. So if you find yourself directing your energy in a particular way, it's helping you to be very focused in on what you're trying to manifest in. But you're seeing the bigger picture, not the smaller picture. And that's where the frustration with other people comes in, is because they're not seeing the vision you're seeing and the potentiality of the thing that you're trying to manifest. Now, when it comes to the outcome for the rest of this week, you're moving out of feeling sorry for yourself. You're putting the hard yards in. You do wish you had time to do that, but right now it feels like it's an uphill battle, trying to get everything done, trying to keep grounded. Some of you are having very late nights. You know, when I was meditating on the reading beforehand, all of a sudden I started yawning, and very much when I tune into energy, I sort of, I tend to download the energies of what the quadrant is feeling. So the fatigue directly connected to you guys through the process for the rest of this week is really going to be draining. Try and keep yourself grounded, you know, watch the diet, the caffeine, etc., so that you have enough fuel and energy source to actually alchemize your dream of what you're trying to create. You're almost wondering whether this journey is ever going to, you know, come to an end, and yes and no in some ways. It's just the exhaustion due to the workload and the purging due to the retrogrades. But you're a very positive person. You see the bigger picture, and that's why you're putting the direct effort in. And you've taken on a very mature energy, and that's why you're really striking while the iron's hot. And again, confirmation, your intuition is serving you correctly. So financially speaking, even if you're physically not seeing the rewards right now, I do feel you've got some potential contracts. Those of you who are working maybe part-time, don't be surprised if you get offered more hours. And if you've shifted to another department, don't be surprised if you get offered a higher position. Again, movement from September, October is boding better. And by next year, we'll be doing great.